Hey everyone, we're back at Universal for update number 4. Figured we'd get one in this week because there might be a tropical depression hitting Universal. I don't know what impact it'll have, if any, but might as well get it in if they decide to take some things down. For those who don't know, Florida with hurricanes, tropical storms, depressions, it's like any other thing. People out of town think it's a big deal, but for us it's like, it's a Wednesday. But nonetheless, we're here for an update and let's see what they've added. Right now we're in front of the Horror Night stage that's supposed to be set up for the Academy of Villains. Since I think the second update we did, they've added a huge video screen up on the stage. If we remember, because Rock the Universe now is like 10 days away, this might be coming down. It is kind of basic enough where they actually might leave it up though, because there's no kind of real signs of horror. We'll see. Since there's not a lot new at it, I figured I'd take the time out to show you this is where the Krampus line's going to be. The entrance is actually way over by where Optimus Prime is, so there. And it goes all the way down here, and then turns into, hello strangers, and then it turns into Shrek before going into the queue. As of right now, only one Shrek theater is being used, so that's why you see the wait times inflated. Last year, if you were here, you would have known that this is where Asylum in Wonderland was, as Shrek dumps out. So I just noticed that they moved the old vintage cars that used to be here. If I had to guess, they probably moved it over by Vamp's 1955, since it is 50s cars and that's a 50s scare zone. One of the big additions we can see today is Lair the Banshees. They have added Lairs all down Central Park. We'll get a closer look of each one, but figured I'd show you the general overview of just what they've added. Right, so here's a closer look of it. You can see they have wandwork. Vines and skulls are kind of scattered a boot, but it looks really cool. I like to see that they brought back the immense props for scare zones this time around. So here's another one of the props. You can see a lot more skulls and Irish runes. And here's another prop. Taking a closer look, you can see skulls, wood, a jaw. It'd be a safe bet to assume that some of the Banshees or scare actors will be hiding in here during the night. And here's one of the bigger props in the scare zones. Obviously, it's behind the fence, so I would imagine there might be someone in here just yelling at you. In years past, they're called barkers. They'd have a area set up with props and just be a scare actor behind, either ridiculing or threatening guests as they walk by, as they walk through the scare zone. And a little thing that they added is vines all along the fence. Just figured I'd take the time out to show you that it's there. So we're at the other side of Central Park and show you the last two props here and there. But another thing I want to point out is still no addition of those pumpkins. For fans of the past, they would know that pumpkins since I think Horror Night 17? I think 16 or 17, don't quote me, adorned the trees all down Central Park, and it sort of became a staple of the event. Looks like now they might not fit the theme, so they're going to be doing without them, or they just haven't added them yet. Who knows? So there's no scare zone construction here, but I figured I'd take the time out to show you where some of the house locations are going to be. We'll get into it more when we actually do a video with more plans on how to attack Horror Nights, but that's foreshadowing for a later video. Anyways, so here usually is the entrance for the parade building. This year, that's where the Halloween 2 Hell Comes to Haddonfield house will be. Over here will be the, over here will be the entrance for Tomb of the Ancients. If you have a plan of attack, always make sure to hit these two houses first before going to the other entrance by Men in Black. Reason being is if you do the parade building, it dumps you right back out here, so you can go right into the next house. If you do the tent house first, it dumps you right over by Men in Black, so you'd have to walk all the way over here to the parade building again. In continuation off the last bit of the video, here's where the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house entrance will be. This usually has the biggest waits of the night and does get crowded in this area, but it does exit right over here. Strangely enough, we haven't talked about Bill and Ted. Right now it shows nothing, but during event nights they'll have the Bill and Ted logo with show times and dates and all that. That's tradition for Horror Nights. So Fear Factor is closed. Right now they're setting up the stage and lights. You can kind of see it, but I mean, whatever, they're lights. I'm not going to show you. So yeah, here's Bill and Ted. Let's hear what it be. Yay! And when you think they're done adding the Dead Man's Wharf, they add this. It's a sign welcoming you that tells you the whole story. I read it in a pirate voice, but I'd probably piss off a lot more of you than make you laugh, so you can pause the video and read it yourself. Let's just go down. You can see the whole theming of the sign, including poop. So other than the sign, they haven't added much. I mean, I really do think they're done, but they have added a couple of tarps underneath, and I think based on, as I'm noticing now, a foot sticking out, it might be dead bodies or body parts. Yay for horror. Alright, so we're back at Survivor Die. Still nothing new added. I'm thinking it might be several things. One, it could be that they're done with the big stuff and won't add any more until the night of the event, where they'll actually crane out or forklift bigger props onto the streets. Two, they might be waiting for the tropical depression or tropical storm, whatever the heck name it is, to pass by. Or three, that's all we're getting. Yeah, so moving on to the next scare zone. Before any weird speculation pops up, I did notice they added this fence to the scare zone. It actually has fuel tanks inside, which means it's going to be used for the food stops that they have all along this sidewalk. So it's new, but nothing of importance, but I figured I'd point it out in case anybody decides to think it's something more than it really is. So nothing new in the Chance in Hell scare zone. Figured I'd show a little bit more of the details that I didn't show last time. So here's the velvet curtain. Here's the graphic, and as we pin on down, stage lights, floors, and telling you do not climb, which please respect the signs. Another thing they've done is it looks like they're adjusting the graphic up here because the lines and ropes are all sort of messed out and stuff like that. I mean, the rig is straight, but the ropes are all kind of crooked, but I'm sure they'll fix that. Rumors have it that inside the stages they'll have puppets, dance like marionettes, but they're dead. And Chance will be right in the middle. But that's a rumor. You didn't hear from me. Alright, so update. As I finished saying that, my lovely wife off camera made the point that the Shrek soundstage is a much taller building than the Despicable Me soundstage. So that is probably why the ropes look uneven. Alright, so that is it for today. We are leaving the park because it is hot as hell, and you can see sweat probably sweating down my face. Like I said, this will be the last update for the week because we have a tropical depression on the way, and I'm not coming to a park when it's, raining and possible tornadoes. Having said that, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, I hope I pointed to the right thing, and leave a comment if you have anything you want to see or any suggestions for our next video. As far as the Vlogstruction goes, we really appreciate everybody watching. We do have other things in the works for Horror Nights, including another history of horror video, and something else that we're working on that you'll see coming soon. But until the next vlog, take care guys. Thanks for watching.